In this Lenten season, we prepare to celebrate Jesus' passion, death, and resurrection. We try often to think of how Jesus carried a heavy cross and died for us. Jesus lived more than 30 years on earth without suffering special pains and sorrows. But just before he died, he suffered much because he wanted to give new life to us. And he knew there was no way to do that without pain. One special Lenten prayer to help us remember what Jesus did and to show him we are thankful are the Stations of the Cross.
Tries as hard as he can to move faster, but he stumbles and falls. Step up close to Jesus. See him trying to get up. He wants to keep carrying his cross. Everybody around him is yelling and poking at him. But Jesus does not get angry. He offers all his hurting to his heavenly Father for us.
He has these doubts and questions because Simon did not move.
The sixth station. Veronica wipes the face of Jesus. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because I am on the cross and I redeemed the world.
Look at that woman standing before Jesus. We call her Veronica, a poor Jewish woman who sees love in this man's face. She has pushed her way through the crowd to get to Jesus. That was a brave thing to do with all those rough people around to scare her. She doesn't understand how they can look at his kind, loving face and do these terrible things to him. But she doesn't think of them. She thinks only of how she wants to give Jesus a handkerchief to wipe his face. When Jesus gives it back, there's a picture of his face on Veronica's handkerchief. It was Jesus' way of thanking her. Step up close to Jesus. Tell them that is flat on the ground. It is very hard for Jesus to move, but he gets to his knees and pushes himself up with it. He knows he has to go on. Jesus does not like false pain. He would like to be forgiven, but he can't stop now if he wants to do what will help us, and he wants to. He started this way of the cross for God himself. Look at Jesus. He is outside the city of Jerusalem now, and standing on a hill called Calvary. The soldiers are going to crucify him. One of them is pulling up Jesus' clothes. The clothes taking to Jesus' sort of bag. It hurts when they are pulled off, just as it hurts when somebody pulls a band-aid off his arm and knee. Dismas, a thief, is being crucified alongside of Jesus. He realizes his sins and asks Jesus to forgive him, to remember him, when he comes into his church. Jesus promises Dismas that he will join him today in paradise. Step up close to Jesus. He stands there without his clothes. He is like a wrestler or a boxer who takes off his ordinary clothes so he can fight better. Jesus is getting ready for a fight soon. He is fighting against death and sin. He wants to the 12th station, Jesus dies on the cross. A soldier runs a spear into Jesus' side. Blood and water come out, a sign that Jesus gave everything. Many all wish that they would have met him sooner, so they could have lived their lives according to his will.
13th station, Jesus is taken down from the cross. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. Look at Jesus after his body has been taken down from the cross, and the blood and dirt washed away. The sharp thorns have been taken off too. Now he is lying on his mother's lap. She holds him lovingly. She keeps saying his name over and over. How she loves him. Her heart is broken. She does not cry or give up. She remembers about waiting 3 days. Jesus is put into the tomb. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. Look at how Jesus' friends put clean clothes on his body and sprinkle him with a sweet-smelling perfume. Now they are putting his body into the tomb. The tomb is a small cave-like room cut out of a big rock. After they lay him inside, they leave the tomb and roll a giant stone in front of the doorway. It is so large that it takes several big men to roll it into place. Then they all go home. Step of the station, Jesus rises from the dead. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. It is Easter morning. People who come to visit Jesus' tomb find no body. They worry at first, but then they remember. This is the third day. Later, some see Jesus walking around alive. Everybody who knew him and followed him is full of joy. Jesus is risen. Jesus is alive. You think you are there, and you too are very happy.
Believe it or not, We wait all year for this special time when you can lead us into great and holy week. I think we're prepared by this beautiful sacred drama, very poignant, very simple, and very direct, speaking about demonstrating how Jesus loved us so much. Many thanks to all of the teachers and instructors who helped put this together, to all the adults, especially to our principal, Sister Lisa, Ms. Judy Klein, the 8th grade moderator. Many thanks to Mr. Michelle Maggio, to Mr. Peter Slavi, who was involved with the spotlight, Mrs. Ivona Veselovska, and of course to our Deacon Dominic Bernardo. Many thanks to them for taking the time, the patience, to help our young people really relay the message of the gospel. We don't have to go to Over Amaga. We have it here. It's wonderful. I was very, very impressed by everyone, the narrators, the sacred actors, and especially the choir members. Really wonderful, wonderful music. Many thanks to everyone who made it a point to come out on this Thursday evening as we as a parish family begin to celebrate and prepare ourselves for the high holy days of our Christian